Helen of Troy is known as the most beautiful woman in Greek mythology, the face that launched 1,000 ships. But her appearance exists only in myth and differs depending on who is telling the story. In light of the upcoming Odyssey movie, we'll reconstruct the face of Helen of Troy using Homer's poems Iliad and the Odyssey, alongside ancient Greek beauty standards to guide our reconstructions. The story of Helen of Troy is born from two epic poems attributed to Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey. A Trojan prince named Paris is asked to judge which goddess is the most beautiful, Hera, Athena, or Aphrodite. When he chooses Aphrodite, she rewards him with the love of the most beautiful mortal woman in the world, Helen, Queen of Sparta. Helen is already married to King Menelaus. Paris takes her to Troy, either by abduction or elopement, depending on the version of the myth. In response, Menelaus calls on the Greek kings who once competed for Helen's hand, all of whom had sworn an oath to defend her marriage. A massive Greek force sails for Troy. The war lasts 10 years, not as constant fighting, but as a prolonged siege. Troy's walls are nearly impenetrable, and both sides suffer heavy losses. The Iliad focuses on a personal conflict between the Greek commander Agamemnon and the greatest Greek warrior, Achilles. When Achilles withdraws from battle in anger, the Trojans gain the upper hand, led by their champion, Hector, a prince of Troy and defender of the city. After Achilles returns and is later killed, the Greeks change tactics. They build a massive wooden horse and pretend to abandon the war, sailing away from Troy's shores. Believing the horse to be a sacred offering, the Trojans drag it inside the city walls. That night, Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse emerge, open the gates, and allow the army to return. Troy is destroyed. The city is burned, its men slaughtered, and its royal family wiped out. Hector's infant son is killed to prevent any future revenge. The war ends not with glory, but with devastation. Helen survives. According to most versions, Menelaus finds her during the sacking of Troy and raises his sword to kill her. But her beauty overwhelms him, and he spares her. Helen returns to Sparta as queen, while the consequences of the war ripple outward. The aftermath is told in the Odyssey, which follows Odysseus's 10-year journey home, a reminder that even victory comes at an enormous cost. The Trojan War isn't a story of heroes and villains. It's a story about pride, desire, and the irreversible consequences of human choices, all set in motion by a woman whose beauty became legend. So what did it mean to be the most beautiful woman in the world in ancient Greece? Importantly, Greek beauty standards weren't just about attraction, they were tied to status, harmony, and divine favor. In Homer's poems, Helen is described as white-armed, lovely-haired, and radiant. White-armed doesn't just describe skin tone, it signals that Helen didn't labor outdoors. Pale skin was a marker of wealth and nobility. Her beauty wasn't just physical, it was social. In ancient Greece, people did not think in terms of race as we do today. Helen would have been considered ethnically Greek, part of the Bronze Age Aegean population that lived across mainland Greece and the Eastern Mediterranean. Physically, this population is generally understood to have had olive to light brown skin tones, dark hair, and dark eyes, shaped by centuries of Mediterranean climate and geography. Facially, Greek ideals favored symmetry and proportion. Features weren't meant to be extreme or exaggerated. A straight nose, balanced eyes, soft lips, and an overall sense of harmony were prized. Hair was also crucial. Thick, long, well-kept hair symbolized youth and vitality. In art, women are often shown with carefully arranged waves or braids, controlled, elegant, and deliberate. Loose or disordered hair, by contrast, could signal emotional turmoil or moral danger. Clothing played a huge role too. Greek women wore flowing fabrics that concealed the body while still suggesting its form. Beauty wasn't about exposure, it was about suggestion, movement, and grace. As for body type, the ideal female form was healthy and soft, not muscular or thin in a modern sense. Fertility and vitality mattered more than sharp definition. A beautiful body suggested abundance, not deprivation. And hovering over all of this is the influence of Aphrodite herself. As the goddess of love and beauty, she set the template, and Helen, as her mortal favourite, was understood to embody that divine standard in human form. What's striking is how little specific detail we actually get. Homer never tells us Helen's eye colour, exact facial shape, or height. That lack of precision is powerful. It allowed every generation to imagine Helen according to its own ideals. Now for the recreations of Helen of Troy. We've made an ancient version and modern version for you to check out. Please give us your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for joining us today. See you next time.